Hello and welcome back to another one of my videos. And today's topic is going to be a bit of a gritty one. I'll be talking about something that's happening a lot in our country. We have a pandemic in this country, and it's not a virus. It's more of a pandemic of killings, not shootings, because even though the UK have guns, the law-abiding citizens don't have guns. The police have guns, and criminals have guns. The citizens of this country, like myself, don't have that privilege. But the pandemic that we're having right now is knife crimes and knife murders. People being stabbed throughout the country. And I'm not talking about adults being stabbed either, even though adults are part of the list. But I'm talking about teenagers being stabbed, even children. Now, out of the blue, I'm going to bring America into this conversation. And it's not going to be negative, but the reason why I'm going to bring America in is because growing up, I have been watching a lot of American TV shows, a lot of sitcoms and talk shows. And one of the talk shows that I used to watch was Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher. Now, he got fired from that and went on to do his own show. Now, he's still doing it to this day, but now and again he will bring up gun crimes in America and compare it to Europe. Quite a lot of liberals do this, okay? They go, oh, there was a shooting yesterday. This would never happen in England, okay? Because England has banned guns. Yes, it is true. We have banned guns in this country for law-abiding citizens. The police have firearms. Not all of them. Special type of police. You see them if you go to London or Manchester. They'll most likely be around like Buckingham Palace and like tube trains and stuff like that. But there are police officers in this country that carry firearms. The other people that carry firearms are criminals. Why? Because they don't care about the law. That's what makes them criminals. So the only people that are not gun protected in this country are the citizens. And because of that, we are a target for not only gun crimes and murders, but other crimes like rape, carjacking, home invasion, and of course the topic that I'm talking about today, and that's stabbings. Now, the pictures I'm about to show you are actual headlines that I read in this country on a daily basis. Now, I'm not going to tell you whereabouts I live in the UK, but 2.5 weeks ago, just around the corner from where I live, some teenage boy got stabbed twice in the stomach, and they still don't know who did it. Now, these are the headlines I'm about to show you now. The first one is this. Teenager dies after being stabbed in the neck as he sat in a parked car. So he was sat in a parked car, minded his business, and was stabbed in the neck. He later died in hospital, unfortunately. Again, the next one, a teenage boy again, stabbed in Summertown, Oxford, on the 31st of October. Next one, boy 16 arrested on suspicion of murder after a teen was stabbed outside a school gate. 15 years old, died in hospital after an attack right at the entrance of the school. The next one, a fifth man has been charged with murder after a Southampton teen stabbed. There are even people being stabbed for their mobile phones. People going around taking other people's lives for a mobile phone. And it doesn't stop there. It gets worse. Even police officers are getting stabbed in broad daylight. 2 police officers that were stabbed in London. They survived the ordeal, which is good. But nevertheless, these people are just running around stabbing anybody. And the police officers that were stabbed are not the ones that carry weapons. 2 types of police officers that carry guns. There are the normal police officers that with like a whistle and a fucking stick and pepper spray, and then that armed police that are called out for special occasions. And quite a lot of times, well, a hell of a lot of times, they never get caught. And the reason why they never get caught is because the gang that's doing it, and this is all over the UK, they all dress the same. They all wear black. Black hoodies, black trousers, black gloves. They ride on black sprayed bikes with no lights on them. Some of them have electric bikes so they can go like 50 miles an hour silently. Okay, these people go around in my town like this. Okay? All year round. Dead hot summer, cold winter, they all dress the exact same every single day throughout the year, because you cannot describe them. Because if you get stabbed or robbed by one of them, okay, what does he look like? Well, he's wearing black. That pretty much sums up every single one of them. So you can't point them out. So they get away with it. And they get away with it a hell of a lot. And law-abiding citizens like ourselves have no way of protecting ourselves against these individuals. And I mean it when I say the people of this country, like myself, law-abiding citizens, need some sort of Second Amendment right. Even if it's just a handgun, we need something to protect ourselves. Because the police are doing a good job, but they can only do so much. And you and I both know the response time isn't that great. This is the reason why we need to look after ourselves and then call the police. Because the police are a response unit. They respond to crime. Yes, they might be driving down the road, turn their head to the left or the right and might find somebody getting mugged, might be in the right place at the right time, but that rarely is the case. 9 times out of 10, they are called out as a response to a crime, and by that time, it's too late.
Following a call from neighbours, officers forced entry into a house here in Delaford Road. Inside the house, they made a dreadful discovery of 4 people who had been stabbed. Despite the best efforts of officers and paramedics, all 4 people were sadly pronounced dead at the scene. I can confirm that the deceased were 3 women, believed to be aged in their mid-60s, 40s and 30s, and 1 man believed to be aged in their mid-60s. I want to offer my heartfelt condolences to the family and friends of all those concerned.
These are the final moments of Lilia's life. Playing together with her younger sister, something they'd always do while their mother worked in the office next door. But this CCTV footage shows them playing for the last time. 10 minutes later, Lilia was attacked and killed. She was just 9 years old, described by family and friends as someone who was kind and funny and always wanted to make her little sister laugh. This is where Lilia was attacked. Police say they believe she suffered a single stab wound at 6:15 last Thursday evening. Within minutes, emergency services were called, but there wasn't anything they could do.
This morning, police encountered a male with a knife in the area of Leicester Square. 2 officers have been stabbed and are currently being treated in hospital. We are being told a taser was deployed and a man was arrested on suspicion of grievous bodily harm and assaulting an emergency worker. He was taken to a hospital for treatment where he remains at this time, we're told. Inquiries into the circumstances surrounding the incident.
Now, that's just a small percentage of what's going on in this country. The amount of people that are getting killed in knife crimes, teenagers, children, grandparents, okay? Now, if you're an American and you're watching this, and you're a liberal American who wants to ban guns, I'm here to tell you that will achieve nothing. Yes, it might stop mass shootings in schools, but at least you have a counter attack. You can put armed guards at schools. You can put armed people, teachers. We can't do nothing here. We can't do nothing to protect ourselves. We have no weapons, not even a baseball bat. we are allowed in our own home. If we attack a burglar, we'll probably get fined for it. You have no idea how lucky you are to have the right to own a weapon to protect yourself at any given time. We don't have that privilege in this country. So whenever you hear libertarians saying, oh, over in England they don't have guns, yes they do. We have guns in this country. Just not the citizens who want to live peacefully. Murderers, rapists, gang lords, gang members, these are the people that have weapons. Because these are the people who do not follow the law. Because they're criminals. And they're going to rape, murder, steal, stab, shoot anybody they want in order to get what they want. And this is what you need to understand. Banning guns will only increase knife crimes, only increase rape, only increase carjackings and assault. You have my word on this. I am not lying to you. Now, I'm going to tell you 2 quick stories, and I'll be as quick as possible, I promise. Okay? Back in early 2000, I think it might be 2001 or 2000, dead on 2000. Okay? 2 people broke into a farm. Now, quite a lot of farmers are allowed shotguns if they're licensed. Okay? This farmer had a shotgun. He heard people breaking into his house and he opened fire at them. One of them was 16 and the other one I believe was in his mid-20s. The 16-year-old died. The farmer was arrested and charged with manslaughter and served 3 years in prison for protecting himself against intruders in his own home. Now, the second story I'm about to tell you happened very, very recently. It happened this year up in Liverpool. What happened was absolutely heartbreaking, but you have to hear it. A drug dealer was running away from a hitman on the streets of Liverpool. A woman opened the door to see what all the commotion was about. The guy running away from the hitman saw her and thought, I can create a barrier between me and the killer by running through her house and closing that door. So he ran towards that woman. That woman tried to shut the door and he put his arm in. The gunman ran up behind him and just shot at the door at the person. And unfortunately, the woman was not the only one standing behind that door. Her 9-year-old daughter was standing behind her as well and received a single shot in her chest. That little girl was named Olivia and she was 9 years old. Now, after weeks and weeks of manhunt, they finally found the person who did it, arrested him, and that son of a bitch is going to prison for the rest of his life, even though he should be publicly hung in the streets of Liverpool for everyone to see, or publicly shot, just to set an example to all these criminals who want to act like gangsters. If you fuck around, you're going to find out. So to all you Americans who believe that we have no guns in this country, we do. Okay? We have strict gun laws, but we still have guns. And unfortunately, they're in the hands of psychopaths and murderers, rapists. Okay? Do not, whatever you do, give up your right to bear arms. You have no idea how important that is. And you will find out how important that is when it goes away. Anyway, that's it for me. It's just something that I wanted to get off my chest. And it's just something that I wanted to make clear for people who don't live in the UK. People who live across the pond, you know. Because you are being told lies. And you know this. You just have to know that our strict gun laws doesn't do anything. People are going to kill regardless of what they have in their hand. But what makes a difference is what you have in your hand, which will make all the difference whether or not you die or survive that day. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching my video. If you got this far, hit the like button if you can. Hit the subscribe button if you want to. It's up to you, like I said. Anyway, ladies and gents, that's it for me. Thank you very much, and be safe, every single one of you, because you don't know what's around the next corner.